All right. Here we are. Eric, your show.
I mean, we had such a great pre-roll and none of it's recorded.
No.
As usual.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does get recorded. It's just anyway. Hello, everyone. It's my pick this time, and this time we're covering a movie from my childhood, Wild Hogs, starring Tim Allen, John Travolta, William H. Macy, and Martin Lawrence.
It's brave of you to admit you were abused as a child.
This is our second Martin Lawrence
from,
movie,
from
right?
the void. At this point, we can't even see you. It's gotten too much. I have to address it. It's too much now.
Oh, it's never enough, man. Never enough.
At least in the past, we've been able to still see your silhouette. This is too much. You might as well not even have a camera.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
So let's turn this into a podcast.
It is a podcast.
It is
a podcast. What you talking about?
All right. So, Mag, what was your first experience with this movie?
Don't be racist or anything. I understand this, but I watched this film in the barbershop.
This is definitely a barbershop movie. We'll get to that.
Right, it is.
It's absolutely a barbershop movie.
Yep, it is. It is. I watched this in the barbershop. I was like, all right, this is neat. This is all right. Okay. It's a film.
Maybe I just live where I live, but what does a barbershop have to do with racism?
No,
Everything.
Because like
no, people automatically assume that if you watch the film at a barbershop, it's sort of like it's a pirated DVD,
yes.
Stuff like that.
Cause...
Racial profiling, stuff like that.
It's a step from a barbershop movie to a pirated movie that you buy at a barbershop.
There we go.
It's that jump that he's saying. I'm not trying to be racist.
Okay, I'm just like because I don't know. Here it's like there's movies on in people's barbershops, and it doesn't really mean anything.
So Scott, what was your first experience with this movie?
I mean, I was aware of it as like an entity in the world. I knew a lot of people watched it enough to get it a sequel, but I've never seen it. I've only seen like it on TV, and like I saw like, oh, Ray Liotta's in this movie, but this is the first time I've ever watched it like all the way through, and I gotta say, I'm really disappointed.
Yeah. You know what? Fair. That's absolutely fair. So, Zach, have you ever seen this movie before?
No, because I saw the preview, and I have a rule about films that have bikers as a main theme, and it's like, if I'm not impressed immediately, I'm not going to watch it, because I grew up with bikers. I know how they act, and I know all this shit. So watching it for me is just an exercise in frustration. So I'm like, that's not how they do things.
I mean, that is actually just the plot of the movie. That, yeah, the Del Fuegos are doing it wrong. That's the plot of the movie.
The Del Fuegos are doing it wrong. They don't, and it's like not even the Wild Hogs act like a proper anthill mob. Like it's that bad. So it's like, so I'm just sitting there the whole time with my eye twitching, like.
All right,
Mac, that is rage you could never hope to elicit.
Oh no. I'm just enjoying this. I'm just enjoying this.
All right. So, look, this movie had some lines. Some of them were good. Mac, what was the best line in this movie?
It has to do with look and everything. It's John Travolta. Literally, when William H. Macy drives in there, he gets on the rock, butt ass naked, and he jumps in, and he just says what we're all thinking. He just starts smiling like, yeah. Why are you naked?
Why are you naked?
Why are you naked?
This is straight. Why are you naked?
Why are you naked?
I wasn't expecting to see William H. Macy's ass in this movie.
Yeah. 10 out of 10, great film. No, honestly, I don't get why you think that's humorous because you're at a swimming hole. That doesn't sound weird to me.
Mhm.
No. It's just how he said it.
Just he. You don't get a lot of good acting ever from Travolta. But
No.
that was a very dry, straight. Why are you naked?
Yeah, why? What was the point?
And it evolved into the second gay panic joke in a row in the movie.
Yes, correct. It was a different time. It was a different time.
Yeah, 2007.
Yeah, I was
a
going to
different
say,
time.
a different time. Sure.
Hey, how many gay panic jokes are there in Superbad?
Oh, a bunch.
Same year.
I don't.
Literally
I'm
same
not,
year.
I'm not that
Literally,
big
it was
of-
a different time.
I don't know.
I have
I'm
not
not
seen
that
it
big a
since
fan of
2007.
Superbad. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never found Jonah Hill very funny.
Same, but Michael Cera. I've never found Michael Cera funny.
Yeah,
I
he can
loved it
do-
at the time, but I haven't watched it since I was in high school.
I think the only thing I ever found him funny in was Youth in Revolt, and that's because when he read
The mustache.
Youth in Revolt is so good.
it's insane. I love the alternate personality he takes on. That's just insane. I like that.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, we could talk about Youth in Revolt a completely different time, but
We'll probably get to it at some point. It's probably rotten.
Scott, what was your favorite line in this movie?
I don't have a favorite line.
You know where Scott says that right now.
I guess the best line was the only one that got kind of a chuckle was when Stephen Tobolowsky shows up as the sheriff and he's there with the Sklar brothers. He says, "Needless to say, we don't carry firearms anymore. Sometimes you pull them out and you think they're not loaded, and other times you blow your deputy's ear off."
Yeah.
That's like the bare minimum of a line that was like, heh.
Well, it sucks. There's so many people in here in this movie that are actually funny, like the Sklar brothers.
Yeah.
And
The
they
Sklar
just
brothers,
couldn't.
Stephen Tobolowsky.
Mhm.
There's plenty of funny.
William H.
I like
Macy.
Martin Lawrence in some things. William H. Macy's good in things. Travolta used to be good before he became like a goblin man.
Scientology.
Yeah. Anyway, so Zach.
Okay, this is going to sound hypocritical, but I did like the first gay panic joke because I didn't see it coming. Where it was 4 counts of indecent exposure, 2 counts of lascivious behavior, and 1 count of pure jealousy. Just because that actor can just twist perfectly, I didn't think it needed all of the buildup that it had, with them in saying creepy things in the fucking on the air mattress. That didn't need to be there. Just that one part would have been fine.
Or the follow-up to it when he shows up at the creek.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I am annoyed that he was only in this movie twice. Because this movie actually, if this movie does one thing, it does the rule of threes very well. And John C. McGinley only shows up twice. So what the fuck?
I was expecting him to show up at the end.
He should have been the major villain. Why the fuck did we have terrible version of Ray Liotta? This is the worst I've seen Ray Liotta in, and that's saying something.
I was, as a kid, genuinely annoyed that we did not get more gay cop Dr. Cox. We need more gay cop Dr. Cox.
I agree. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yeah. All right. So for me, and I know last episode I went on a whole thing about, how it's hard to watch awkwardness. The way that William H. Macy plays awkwardness makes it bearable. And there's a good couple lines that William H. Macy gets in me. So definitely an honorable mention to a line that I have used for a vast majority of my life: a nice mild turkey chili. Just anytime I see turkey chili, it's it's a nice mild turkey chili. Every time.
I'm gonna be honest. I just hear the shoveler talking whenever I see him.
That's fair. But probably the best line is, "Do we have time? Do we have time? Get her. Do we have time?" It's like just the sheer contemplation of just, do we have time for me to bang this one out real quick?
Did anyone else notice he's like the least repressed out of all of them too?
Yeah, no,
like he's probably the most mentally well.
Yes.
Like,
it's always the thing, right? Because he's like quote unquote the comic relief, but he's also like the most like an actual
comedy,
well put together person.
is it?
You don't have a comic relief in a comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they put one in there because they saw how the rest of the comedy was going.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, but
honestly, I wish that Stephen Tobolowsky were one of the Wild Hogs instead of, I don't know, Tim Allen or Travolta.
Yeah, we didn't need both of them. We did not need both of them.
Or Martin Lawrence. I don't know. Honestly, any of them.
Okay, honestly, I told my mom that we were covering this movie because because we completely skipped over my roll it back for a bit, because my experience with this movie as a kid is like I've talked before on the show about movies that would exist in my the minivan when I was growing up, that we'd always watch on my way to going to Pennsylvania. When we were usually in Pennsylvania, we would go over to Walmart and we would buy a movie. Sometimes those movies would make their way over into the collection, that they would go back and forth between Pennsylvania and New York. Other times those movies would stay in Pennsylvania. This is a stay in Pennsylvania movie. A movie that we bought at the Walmart at the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania border, and it stayed in Pennsylvania.
Where it should have stayed for all time and eternity.
Locked up in a whale.
You should have buried it in New Jersey when no one was looking or something.
Yeah,
How did no? Don't put it in my state. Keep it in Pennsylvania.
It's like,
Could it possibly make the environment any worse?
It did not get a sequel.
It did not get a sequel.
The sequel got canceled because of Old Dogs.
Did it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was a Wild Hogs too.
There was supposed to be.
Okay, thank God.
It got canceled because Old Dogs did bad.
All right, fine. How did it make over $100 million? What's wrong with America?
I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. This has the kid from Reanimated in it.
This is the year before Iron Man, so I guess like it was before cinema, Disney took over everything.
Keep in mind, this is a year before Iron Man. This is the year of Revenge of the Fallen. So wasn't really peak cinema.
Was this a writer's strike movie?
It might have been a writer's strike.
It did beat Zodiac at the box office, which is sad.
This might have been a writer's strike movie.
That would explain some things. That would
explain so much. Okay. Best scenes. I'm going to start with Zach on this one.
Oh, God. Trying to think of a good scene.
I got one if you want me to go first.
All right, Scott, go ahead.
Yeah,
there's a very clear winner to me. And it's technically a series of scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It's anytime Kyle Gass is on the screen when he's singing his cover songs. He sings Pony.
Yeah. That was great.
That was a good thread. That was a good thread.
Only really funny part of the movie.
Just him singing and like trying to flirt with the passerbys, and they were just not having it.
More Kyle Gass. If this were a movie starring Tenacious D, it would be better. They're the Wild Hogs.
What movie does that not apply to?
Very true. Zodiac with Tenacious D.
I'd watch it.
I would too.
Got anything, Zach?
Okay. I'm gonna go with when they're considering eating William H. Macy. That was fine.
Yeah,
I was fine with that.
just
because if this could have turned into like a fucking horror movie right then and there, this movie might have been saved for me.
Because
there's all around a campfire, and you can see them like gnawing the flesh off the bone.
All right, Mac, what you got?
For me, it's setting the tent on fire.
Setting the tent on fire. Yeah.
It was
Really? I really have written down. I have a hard time believing they've ever gone on a road trip in their lives.
Me too. Yeah.
They have not. Correct.
Well, no, they claim that they used to do shit like this stuff.
Yeah.
They claim that they know what they're doing. There's no evidence of this.
There's no evidence. Yes, correct.
So either the movie lied or they are lying to each other. I don't know how that works.
They also set up that Tim Allen used to do drugs, but they never pay that off.
No, I think that was just a reference to real life Tim Allen used to be a drug dealer.
I think it was, but they should have.
Yeah, but they said that he was.
They call it out
high.
twice in the movie. They
Yeah.
say it twice in the movie.
Yeah.
They said that he was high though in college, so I assumed that was weed, not coke, like actual Tim Allen.
Yeah, I think for as far as the movie goes, we're supposed to assume it was weed, but in real
Yeah.
life, we know that he was a cokehead.
Yes, correct.
Was Woody like a callback to Woody the doll?
I feel like it had to have been a conscious decision, but
Right? Just to have Tim Allen say, "Oh, come
Woody?
on, Woody."
I don't know. I'm not sure anyone who made this was conscious while making it.
that's fair.
This is
That's fair.
this is just another point of like, oh yeah, this might be a writer strike movie.
Yeah.
There's like Tim Allen's in it. His buddy is Woody. Okay, keep going with that.
All right.
Or maybe they thought they can get Tom Hanks.
I think we've proven on this show, thanks to you, Eric, that Tim Allen doesn't need to be in anything ever.
He doesn't.
I think you're systematically proving that.
I'm systematically proving that Tim Allen does not deserve to be in any project.
Stephen Tobolowsky is a more believable dentist to me.
Yeah.
What's his name from fucking Whole Nine Yards was too?
Oh,
Bruce Willis.
Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry.
This is our second dentist movie, right?
Yeah.
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 I would like to claim mine is better.
I would agree with that.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay then.
That makes you feel better.
Anyway.
we could do house guests.
So
I agree with that too.
my best scene. I just love John Travolta yelling at the poor kid trying to rake his leaves.
I hate you too.
It's because it's like the little vignettes at the front, by the way, better than the vignettes in the front of Suicide Squad, which is not a very high bar. But they do a very good job of setting up who these characters are. And there's like, other than the one for Doug, Tim Allen's character, I think the other three have very good scenes. Like Dudley with the alternative sex part.
I disagree with that one. It was so bad.
Just
close the laptop.
Just
This
Martin
was 2007.
Lawrence.
They know how to close laptops.
I think it was a laptop that did not sleep when you closed it.
So I'm gonna pull something out that I probably haven't since Clue.
Oh boy, here we go. I saw the tweet. I'm ready.
So this laptop doesn't exist anywhere at any point in time.
Interesting. He said it was a Mac.
It's not.
It's not.
It doesn't look like one.
I looked through every Mac from the years that would have made sense because Mac did their whole redesign in 1998.
No, I had a MacBook in 2007. That does not look like a MacBook.
So thank you to Halo for also helping me out on this. I just asked online because I'm like, this has to, but the way I could tell was the keyboard placement's completely fucked.
Mm-hmm.
There's no keyboard like that in the Apple line, and we could not figure out.
Rips it out at one point.
Yeah.
He rips off the keyboard.
Yeah, that doesn't work on a laptop in real life.
No, this is like a cardboard laptop.
And we checked the program. It looks like it's running some weird ass Pro Tools-esque thing. and it's just like we figured we narrowed it down between 1994 to 1998. So there was only 4 years that it could have existed, and it didn't.
Mhm.
So he's got a 10-year-old non-existent laptop.
Exactly. I'm sorry. It just bugged the shit out of me. So I'm like, what the fuck is this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I clocked. I was like, that's definitely not a Mac of any type.
Because he
But
got the
I
Macintosh
didn't know if it was
tattoo.
in-
That's what bugged me the most.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Which,
yeah, he
I'm
got
going to be
the
honest.
Apple tattoo.
I think all of us probably sport similar tattoos and feel no shame.
I've never used an Apple product, so
I'm just saying, like,
I don't have a tattoo either.
If there was a, like, would you feel ashamed about a Nintendo tattoo? Because I definitely would.
I mean, other than the fact that I literally would probably not ever get a tattoo, probably not.
Honestly,
Get an Atari
you'd probably
tattoo
go with a
today.
Game Freak tattoo, if anything.
Anyway, the other, not to get sidetracked, the other like part of the opening vignettes that I really like was Martin Lawrence's character, just the slow walk to the gas station bathroom. And he kept getting interrupted by the clerk. He's like, it's like, I never cried in my entire childhood. I cried this morning seeing that.
I saw my
got robbed
father
yesterday.
Yeah, I saw my
got
father shot. I never cried until today. Which
It's like, I got robbed yesterday.
I think he just might be a sociopath.
Yes, it was like, it's like, and it just like, it kept going. One of these would have been fine, but it just kept going.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, it's the part that you guys have been waiting for.
Yes, yes, yes.
This movie exists. It's not great. So
It does exist.
It does exist.
it does
I
exist.
learned that today.
So
Look,
I
I will
know-
drink until it doesn't. That's my plan.
I'm gonna start. Scott, what was the worst line in this movie?
Worst line. There's so many. Like
You
at the
cannot
beginning.
submit the script.
Yeah, at the beginning, I was basically just writing out the script. I was like, this line's terrible too. Oh, here's one where the daughter just screeches. That's a terrible line, right? Does that count?
Oh,
But no, it's that for me, it was definitely. Does anybody else get that pre-rape feeling when they were in the biker bar?
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that's bad. Yeah.
Like they had
There's a
already made
way.
the
There's a way
deliverance
to
joke.
wite that to be funny. There is a
Yeah,
way.
they made
They
the
just
deliverance
failed
joke
at it.
earlier. That was a fair attempt at like deliverance. Like that worked fine. But once you're just like, I got that pre-rape feeling, and then having what's his name? I can't remember the actor's name. Like just being like, I get it too, or whatever. It's like the creepy, rapey fucking skinhead.
Yeah. Ugh. That character was
Actually, we should make a spin-off just called Creepy Rapey Skinhead now. That's my. I think we
A
should.
wild hog story.
story. All right. Mac.
Oh, yeah. It's it's definitely the scene where they it's
The line.
yeah, it's the officer scene. It just was they were. I
The
mean,
line.
they didn't have to do it like that. It was just not right for them to put that scene in there. Not saying
We're doing
I mean,
line.
it just wasn't right for them to.
Mac, you're getting ahead of us.
Huh?
We're doing
Oh,
We're doing
line.
line still.
Fine. Shit. Fuck. You already know my worst thing. Worst line. It's sadly Martin Lawrence. This is why I was pissed at you because it made me. And Zach is so happy about this. Is the old woman says I think this is his grandmother. We never see her again. She says he said my day the men came back and made the money and you didn't and women stayed home. He said, well, back in your day it was the men were building pyramids. I didn't like that joke. It was not good.
Yeah, that one was that
felt
one needed
like
like
it was
another
written-
like 3 passes.
yeah. That felt written, and I did not like it.
That felt like it was written for somebody who wasn't Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, it felt like it wasn't Martin Lawrence at all.
And again, if this was a writer's strike one, it could have been written by Martin Lawrence. Which explains why it's not
That's
funny.
also true.
Yeah, it's also very
I
true.
disagree. Martin Lawrence can be funny. This movie
Hey,
does not help his case.
I mean, so far, as far as this show goes, we have this movie and Blue Streak.
Well, think of the premise of our show. That's not fair.
Okay, do we want to go and see like what the ratio between good and bad he has is? 'Cause
All
I'm
right.
sure it's
No,
bad.
I know that it outweighs that he does more bad
All right.
movies. That doesn't discount the fact that he can be good.
Next
Yeah.
on Is It Rotten, we're going to be covering Black Knight.
Oh God.
That's who I hate that. It really wanting to go.
And then after that, we'll do
Hey.
College Road Trip.
Oh,
Mac picked a movie, Under Siege 2 with Peter Green. So we've got both people from fucking Blue Streak in these picks coming up.
yeah.
All right.
Fucked up,
Yeah.
old man. Said
Yeah.
time to cut and run.
Yeah. What is the worst scene? Line. Fuck. Mac, you ruined this.
Okay,
I know.
Everything's out of whack now.
I have two, and they may seem innocuous.
Mm-hmm.
What's your story there, coaches? I
Mhm.
don't know what Ray Liotta was going for there. Like, even in the Warriors, which is an alternate Cochise has never been white. Ever. What the fuck is he talking about?
I think it's because he was squinting.
Even then, like, what the fuck is he talking about? Also, the French have never won a major battle.
Yeah.
What
No.
that made me
Yeah, that's-
enraged. Like, Tim Allen is an idiot. And I can
It's
tell
just-
he wrote
it's-
this.
Yeah, it's one of Tim Allen's like digs at the French.
But it's one of the worst ones
freedom
he's
fries,
ever
like
written.
that type of bullshit.
Because it's like the French were like one of the greatest militaries of all time at points in history. What the fuck is he on
It's like-
about?
It's because the most recent event that people realize is them getting bodied in World War II. They forget that they almost fucking carried World War One.
And like World War II, almost everyone got bodied. What do you like? Right? Like, think about it.
No, here's the thing. France, it's not so much that it's like everybody got bodied. France was a superpower that got JV5 stocked. Round one is the best way I could put it.
But it's sad, but it's like, dude, do you have any idea how fucked up things were?
Like
Like-
literally saying France has never won a thing is like literally just forgetting Napoleon
motherfucker.
dude almost conquered Europe. What the fuck?
Napoleon
Anyway.
motherfucker. That's a great quote.
Yeah.
It's like, can you see how those may seem innocuous but enraging?
Yes. No, that is
No, I get it.
that just people talk shit on the French way too much. They don't deserve that.
They were
don't-
like a running punchline for a good 15 years.
Yeah.
Like let's talk about the Belgians instead, or somebody. Let's pick somebody new.
Yo, fuck the Belgians.
So many people to make fun of in this
Waffles
world,
don't need to
man.
be that big.
Well, we can always go with Belgian, like the King Leopold. Basically create. Basically trying to conquer fucking Africa and being as racist as all hell. Like, that's real.
Yeah.
Like, that's something to be angry about.
All right.
Yeah, but how do you make fun of it though?
Oh, he was inbred as all fuck.
There it is. There's your
There it is.
That didn't take long, did it?
no.
You have to remember, he was European royalty. That means inbreeding.
Inherent.
Anyway, so my worst line is when Martin Lawrence referred to the bikers as inbred. It's not great. It's not a great look.
Martin Lawrence had a lot of really bad lines in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
so
why
did
I think the
everybody,
writer's strike thing is true, and he wrote all of them. That's my theory.
but I could see a lot of these being just like ad libs that they came up with on the day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Oh, we're
yeah,
such
it's-
great actors. This can go in the film.
We're comedy geniuses. That's Tim Allen over there, guys.
Guys, this movie made more than Idiocracy, so who are we to judge?
Mike,
Nothing except maybe Idiocracy had a point.
Idiocracy did have a point.
Idiocracy had a plot. This
Idi-
movie doesn't have a
This
plot
movie doesn't
until
have a plot.
45 fucking minutes into the movie.
Even then, was it really a plot or is it a conflict?
No,
that shows
they
up out of nowhere.
They stumble upon an accidental plot, kind of. But most of it is just them like, I guess we're here now. This is the part of the
Beavis
movie
and
where we're in the
Butthead
chili
Do
festival.
America has a stronger plot.
Beavis and Butthead has a plot.
Yeah.
There's a thing that
Even
drives
though the
what's
whole
happening
thing-
in the movie.
Even though the main characters don't even know there's a plot in that film.
Yeah.
No, but they have a drive. They have a thing that they want to do, and then they happen to be also involved in another side plot.
Look, this movie is just midlife crisis the movie. That's all it is.
That's why I tried to figure, is this a comedy or is this like a satire trying to show how old white men are terrible? Because I could believe that.
It is the first, but unintentionally the second. Usually it's the other way around.
This is definitely trying to be a comedy,
Mhm.
but it's unintentionally like a look at like, oh, look at these privileged assholes being like whiny and going on this fucking trip and like having like these
Oh,
no
I
drive
ran
to
out
the
of money
plot.
because I divorced my fucking supermodel girl wife. What the
oh.
fuck, man?
Fuck it, I don't give a shit.
You ran out of money and kept spending more money.
Yeah,
You're broke.
dude, he's such an asshole in this movie, and we're
Which
supposed
is
to root
awesome.
for him.
No, yeah. At no point, even as a kid, did I root for John Travolta's character.
He doesn't learn a lesson.
He doesn't learn a lesson. He's not likable. He's
No.
lies to his friends.
He's like, oh man, everything just worked out. Fucking Peter Fonda showed up and he saved our asses.
Anyway, starting with Zach, what was the worst scene?
Okay, I have another picture for this.
Oh boy, I'm excited. the second you took the first one, I'm like, oh, he's going all out on this one. I'm
All right.
excited.
Who can tell me what's wrong with this photo?
So much is wrong.
Is
with
it
this
the
photo.
Asian guy next to the white supremacist?
Bingo! What the
Yup.
fuck, man?
What the fuck?
Yeah, when that guy showed up, I was like, how did he end up in this gang?
Because that's an iron cross, and then I'm trying to remember the name of it. There's a specific name for the other one, but that's also a Nazi fucking symbol. And next to the Asian guy.
Who
Oh,
allowed
but they're playful white supremacists.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's why they're able to get the extreme home makeover at the end, because it's fine.
I'm going to
that they're
tell
white
you a
supremacists.
secret. There's no such thing as a playful white supremacist.
He's friends with an Asian guy.
It's okay. He's the
No.
group idiot.
No.
So it makes
Yeah,
it
I wrote-
okay.
He's secretly gay.
I think he's openly gay, and like he's the only one who doesn't know. I think it's a theory. That's my theory. But I'm betting he's one of those guys who would like talk and go like, yeah, but they were our allies in World War II, and like that would be his. I don't know if you've ever had that conversation with the white supremacists, because I have, and it's a bad conversation to have because you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? They're like, yeah, but they were our allies, and that's so it's like, yeah, what the. That's not what Hitler said at all.
Hey man, for all we know, they've got a whole backstory played out for these guys.
Look, if we made that racist skinhead movie about him, this would be his lover in the end. Let's be honest.
Okay, but also, if we make that racist skinhead movie, it has to include the two museum curators from the Barbie Museum of
Oh,
from,
absolutely,
Rat Race.
Oh no, it's no. They're the. You see, that's the thing. That's a. It turns out that was a in the past, and they're the new curators of the Barbie Museum. Yeah, that works.
Why have two of my movies? I mean, granted, the Rat Race has played a lot more for laughs. This one's very subtle, and if you don't know that it's very racist, it catches you off guard.
Mm.
Anyway,
Yeah, Eric, you might want to. You might, as a white guy, you might want to think more on why do my movies have so many Nazis in them. You might want to think about that.
Yeah, why is that?
never been the good guys. They're always the bad guys.
Then again, Scott, I could say the same thing for you. You might want to think about that too if that happened.
Yeah, I probably got some.
Mac, you can make as many Nazi movies as you want.
All right, Mac.
I know, hell no.
All right, Mac. We already know your pick, but yeah, the obviously the are you talking about the first one or the second?
The
one?
first one. It's not the second. It's just the first one. It was just it just was a scene that was not needed. It was like phobias or something. I just didn't think it was.
So your favorite scene in the movie is the one where they burn the campfire, they burn the camp down, and your least favorite scene is the very next scene.
Yeah. I just didn't like no. What I mean by the phobia, I didn't like how they were like.
Oh yeah, From that point on, it's just like a series of gay panic jokes.
Yeah. I don't like. It's just too many jokes. Like too many.
Also, William H. Macy, I keep the wind out of my face. You smelled the back of my neck.
That's true. It did start there.
It did start
Yeah,
there.
But
that was very early.
It didn't register as that just because William H. Macy was just being William H. Macy.
Yes.
Yeah,
he would do that
like
shit no matter
weirdo,
what
you
movie.
know?
Yeah, he just seemed like a weirdo. I still would contend that in the end, John Travolta should have ended up with the biker gang leader, when they ride off into the sunset. But that would have been my
him and
opinion.
Leota? Him and Ray Liotta?
Absolutely.
I'm into that.
Of the four main characters, William H. Macy is the most confident in his sexuality.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's a fact.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But he's also terrified of talking to women
Yes.
Yeah.
until this movie.
Yes.
But he's also 100% honest about that.
Yes.
That is true.
Like everybody else is trying to hide their damage, and he has no interest in doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
Tim Allen
I-
is like actively like yelling, "I'm a man," essentially. At one, which I'll just go now. This is my worst scene, the dinner scene.
Yeah.
When he's just
Oh,
shoveling
yeah.
gravy and mashed potatoes.
I
and
didn't
butter
like
into
that
his
scene
mouth.
either. Yeah.
And then he has a
Mo-
panic attack.
Yeah, like if gravy gives you a panic attack, I
It's
don't
it's
know.
a Tony Soprano thing, I feel like.
Mhm.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on there?
Just you eat enough and eventually you'll have a panic attack, apparently.
All right. So, my worst scene. It's hard because this movie has a very specific place in my heart. It's not quite the same place that it's not quite the same way that I regard Rat Race, but it's also not like, because like this was a Pennsylvania movie, but like also another Pennsylvania movie was Stranger Than Fiction. Those are Pennsylvania movies for two very different reasons.
I like Stranger Than Fiction.
Stranger Than Fiction
It's a much
is
better movie than this.
It's a much better movie than this. Stranger Than Fiction is bizarre. But for my worst scene, it's gotta be, right after they've accidentally blown up the Del Fuego's bar, and they pull up to the gas station. And it's like, we gotta get gas. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. Blah blah blah. Oh, we'll just go to the next one. And then the U-Haul pulls away 200 miles, which is very clearly not true. It's just a straight up lie. There's no way.
It was 200 miles to Madrid. They got it wrong.
It was not 200 miles to Madrid because it was a 4-hour ride. It was a 4-hour ride to Madrid. Not even a 4-hour ride because
Madrid. Remember, Madrid.
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 I would say that it was
I'm
probably,
gonna call it Madrid. Fuck it.
It was probably like maybe I'd say like 2-3 hours of riding and then like an hour of walking to Madrid. So it was absolutely not 200 miles to the next gas. And also, it is 200 miles is a very long time. A lot of cars might not be able to make that.
I did appreciate though when they were pushing the bikes, because I was just like, oh man, maybe this will turn into the same way that Zach was thinking. Maybe this will turn into like a survival movie, because there's no plot as of yet.
Yeah. Also, there's no way that all four of them ran out of gas at the same time. They have 4 different bikes with 4 different gas mileages. They would not have
It's
all run out of
actually
gas.
listed exactly what bikes they are on the wiki.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like they do not have the same gas percentage. One of them could have. It's like after they learned that Madrid was up further, could have ridden with the gas they had left and seen what the deal was. They would not have all rolled in there at the same time.
Quick question: are we sure that John Travolta didn't kill anybody in that bar?
Oh, he absolutely did. There's
Right?
no question about it.
Like, there's got to be like an old bar hand or something that's like
somebody
got left behind.
Somebody
is for sure dead.
All right.
They never
or an
address it.
old biker that was there.
Can I
just
say
like,
what annoys
I'm coming,
me the
guys.
most about
What's
that
up?
scene? Okay,
Go on.
how are the bikes not burned to a fucking crisp?
Yeah, that is also a good question. Also,
Also,
very good
most
question.
bikes don't have the fuel line in the exact same place.
mhm.
Well, Travolta, he showed that he has a knowledge of bikes, so he would know where they all are.
You
He's
know,
like, I recognize this one bike, though, guys. So I know.
no,
about
but just
all
because you have
bikes.
knowledge of bikes doesn't mean that those are mostly custom bikes that they're looking at.
Mhm.
So that means everything changes around every single time.
Oh, also, speaking of customized, can we just fucking talk about Paul Sr. and Jr. being in this fucking movie for no reason?
Oh,
What?
no, there is a reason. They customized the choppers in all of the scenes that had choppers.
Right.
Which
But,
is
like-
also why choppers are heavily featured, even though you do not use choppers for touring ever, especially that distance. That's insane. You will
Wasn't it funny that he was drinking like a Shirley Temple? That was funny.
not really.
But
No,
why were they in Cincinnati? Why were they friends with this local suburban dad biker gang in Cincinnati?
I don't
I don't know.
Nothing about that made sense.
If it was Cleveland, I could believe it.
Yeah. If Cleveland, yeah. Not Cincinnati.
It's just like the whole thing of just like I'm like, why didn't you tell these guys that doesn't make sense when it comes to motorcycles? It's like you could tell they're only there for a fucking paycheck to me.
Yep.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
because it's like, you know, the whole scene where they get with the bugs in their teeth. It's like, that's why you have a windshield for long distance. I'm looking at the whole film going, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
They were also wearing like bandanas before
Yes.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I will say that is, it's like, as much as that scene doesn't make sense logically, that is a good use of their rule of 3, because one person, Tim Allen, gets hit, then Martin Lawrence and William H. Macy get hit, and then the fucking bridge, John Travolta. That's a good use of the rule of 3s.
That was on my list of like okay scenes. The
Yeah.
bugs and the birds.
Okay.
Okay, see.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say best scene. None of these are good.
Also, Ray Liotta was terrible in this. I thought he'd make a great biker. I was very wrong.
You were very wrong.
He
Oh, he
might
might have
make
made
a
a-
good biker in another movie.
Yeah.
No, because he's too reserved to be like a biker. Because part of what bugged me is the bikers were fighting clean. What the fuck bikers have you ever known that are angry at somebody that like actually get into a fist fight? They don't
You
do
don't
that
think-
shit.
You don't think that they would just stand there and take it while Martin Lawrence sprays condiments on them?
Well, it's because they were ordered to not lay a finger on them.
Oh, of course, and bikers always follow orders.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
bikers. Yeah, it's just like the military. You have to follow your orders.
Yeah,
It's not like these are the same people that if you know somebody who left, they will literally come back and cut their tattoos off you. It's not like
Anyway.
these people. Also,
Yo,
they did get
it's bad.
sued by the Hell's Angels. Funnily enough,
Did they?
Yes.
You know what's bad when Riverdale has a better example of a biker gang. You know,
that show is at least entertainingly insane.
yes.
Like
Jughead-
I watched the Suit for Eye Patch Wolf video. I'm like, what the fuck is happening in the
Yeah.
show?
Jughead Jones as a member of a biker gang is all you need to know.
Okay.
As a
That makes
legacy
sense,
member
right?
of a biker gang.
Oh, sure. Yeah, because Jughead's dad was almost definitely a biker, right?
Yeah. Well, it is when he's well, whatchamacallit? Skeet Ulrich.
Yeah, I still don't buy it.
It's okay. He then later becomes the sheriff.
Sure.
after being locked up as an accessory for Jason Blossom's murder. He then
What's
becomes
going
the
on
sheriff.
on this show? I've never watched this show.
This is through season 2 before
If
it goes
you
off
get-
the rails.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you have to get through seasons 1, and then 2 gets weird, and then 3, the whole concept of reality begins to crumble.
3 is where they find Dilton Doyley's apocalypse bunker after he was murdered from playing a weird, twisted version of Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, why not?
Like, well, and you have to understand this show is made by the same guy who came up with Afterlife with Archie,
Yes.
the one where Jughead's is a literal zombie.
Yes. So anyway, I think I know the answer to this question, but I'll start with Scott. Scott, how rotten is this movie?
This movie is 5% rotten. This movie is bad. I did not enjoy it at all. I think that the critics got it wrong. It is actually worse than they said.
All right. Mac, I can only think of black jokes. Which black jokes?
What?
I had to bring up that scene because that scene was
That
scene was bad.
It was bad. It was bad.
So, but Mac, is it rotten?
Hell yes. It's not. It's what I gotta pull up. I gotta beat Zach in this. Sorry, Zach, I'm stealing from your line from you. It was so bad. It was forgettable. It was just forgettable. It was so boring. I watched the film and I already forgot about half the fucking scenes. It was so bad that I just started watching, like I said, Man from Uncle. And I was like, wow, I'm having fun watching this. Yep, this is fun. What was I watching a while ago? That's the way I felt about this film. Damn it, I don't want to give it a 5 because it ain't that bad. I like I said, I laughed at some scenes, so I give it a 15. 15. It's pretty bad. 15.
All right, Zach, what are you giving it?
Okay, this film is rotten as all hell, and I'm giving it like a 7. Yeah, 7%.
All right.
Like there's like no freshness really in here. But I'm just okay. This is something that's the shape of a tomato and is holding together to look like tomato. But if you actually touched it, literally it fall apart, and there just be
stinking fish
rotten, maggoty goop running out of it. That's what
it's like one of those cakes that looks like a thing, and you cut it open and it's a cake, but inside it's like a fruit cake or something. Something
except
terrible.
with maggots and rot. Yes.
Like an old fruit cake.
Mm.
No, that'd be regular fruitcake.
This movie came out early 2007, so it might not have been a writer's strike movie. I think it just squeaked under that. So it's just bad.
So it's just a bad movie.
Just bad.
Okay.
All right, who's gonna ask me?
So Eric, is it rotten?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's pretty bad. And this wasn't a I pulled the rug over your eyes moments like zombies. This is a I honestly don't know how this movie's gonna end up because I haven't seen this movie in like a decade. But yeah, it was very of the time, especially with all the gay jokes. Very of
I'm
the
just
time.
picturing you going, I wonder if the sandwich from 2000 is still fresh. Like that's pretty much what happened here.
Look, there's a lot of times where you're like, oh, I haven't thought about that movie in a long time, and then you go back watching, like, it was fine.
I'm a
Well,
little worried about Monkey Bone in that same way. It's been a long time since I've seen Monkey Bone. I'm a little worried.
Good
Yeah.
movie.
We'll see.
Good,
We'll see.
good. If you're in the market for the absolutely insane, it's great.
That's what I'm hoping for.
It's like I kind of wish I went with RV.
I like
I'm-
RV more.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this movie because I was between this movie and RV. I'm gonna give it like a 25. It's like I found some joy in reliving that, and it does have some lines that have lived with me for my life for like the entirety of my life, and I have to give it some credit for that. Not nearly as much credit as I give like Rat Race for giving me lines that have lived with me for my entire life, but you know, some credit.
I'm
Yeah, it's
honestly
like that
I'm
Rat
probably being
Race
a little.
tome you could have.
Rat Race is good.
Rat Race is good.
Rat Race.
Oh, it is.
Rat Race is a good movie. I think I'm probably being a little hard on it because peek behind the curtain. I thought we were doing Under Siege 2 today.
I did too,
Having to watch
but
this on short notice.
this is not my opinion is exactly the same as it would have been.
No, I believe that. I believe that.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
will-
that mine probably would have been like a 7. Like it's not going to be much higher.
No.
I kept that I thought 15 is fair enough. I was like, it's not that bad to me. It's not
Yeah.
bad because there's worse films.
Yeah. Peek behind the curtain. Mac threw them off by posting the link to his movie.
Well, here's the deal, people. I thought that I didn't know how long that movie was going to last because it's free. So I just wanted to make sure you got to see it for free. You know what I'm saying? So,
Spoiler
Siege
alert,
2,
I
it's
didn't
on
like
Tubi.
that movie either.
oh yeah. It's a
Oh,
bad
God.
It was
movie.
also
Oh
bad.
yeah, it was a bad movie.
But Scott, you should also look at the credits for some interesting things. If it's good.
I have to go back and rewatch the credits because I feel like I missed something there.
Um.
The credits for
So-
this movie.
Oh, credit for this movie. I checked. They're terrible. Trust me, I checked.
Extreme Home
Uh,
Makeover. Move
I
that
always
bus.
actually check. I always check the credits on whatever we
Mhm.
watch, because that's just the kind of person I am. I think that I'm going to say this. Eric, get something loaded in your chamber to be angry at Mac next instead of me,
All right.
because there's a thing that you got upset with me for the movie I picked last time that makes an appearance this time around too.
Boy. Anyway.
So, just want to say, I actually enjoy that type of thing unironically. Mac, on the other hand, was trying to fuck with me and hit you.
Yeah. So, sequel pitches. I don't expect any of you to really have any sequel pitches because you just want to see this universe end. But I have to pitch.
That's I got an interesting pitch for you then.
I have to pitch 30 to 50 Wild Hogs, which is the sequel to Wild Hogs. So takes place present day. Dudley and Maggie have been married. They have like a tween child.
Baby hug.
They have a baby hog. Yes. We bring back Tim Allen's kid, unretire him from acting, bring him back. He has to play his kid in this movie. So it's them. It's like Maggie gets on a bike. The sheriff and the deputies get on bikes. They all form a group of like 30 to 50 wild hogs, and the movie is like it's more of like a going between scene to scene sort of thing. It's like telling this interweave story of the wild hogs, but none of them are interacting with each other. Just
And they never get a proper head count.
they never get a proper head count. So it's only like that's like how many wild hogs are there? I was like 30 to 50.
We're not entirely sure.
Not entirely sure. It could be 30, could be 50. We don't know. But it's split between Cincinnati and Madrid. Anyway.
Okay, I'll go next because I've got something of a pitch.
All right.
My pitch shortly after their road trip, there's nuclear war and the world goes to hell. It's essentially Mad Max, and now you got Dudley. It's
Not
a
Doomsday?
dude.
Damn.
Yeah, William H. Macy. He's become a bit of a cyborg. He's kind of a minotaur. Like the top half of his body is on his motorcycle, and they're chasing down.
Superbike from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yes. and they're chasing down a group of rival bikers led by Joe Pesci. And Joe Pesci has kidnapped Marissa Tomei. And that's about all I've got. Oh, also the Asian guy and the white supremacist guy, they are lovers like in Mad Max 2.
All right. Mac, do you have anything?
Oh yeah, I have. So here's mine. It's just basically so I'm just going with this. I guess
I'm gonna lie. I just really want to use the title 30 to 50 Wild Hogs.
I think what should happen is, Doug, Bobby, and I'm gonna get everybody back. So we're gonna get Doug, Woody, and Bobby and Dudley. And what's going on is they've been doing trips for a while. They're getting good at it. And what happens is Dudley finds out that he has an estranged son. That's
how?
Huh?
How?
Maggie. I'm trying to Maggie. He has an estranged son. He don't know about him. She never told him about him, and he just now noticing it.
Is this just old dogs?
You're just watching Old Dogs, the movie that killed the sequel to this movie.
I don't know. That director had no shot in hell. He's directed the new Clifford.
Yeah. I just want to do that. So I want to do that. He has a son, and so they go back. But at the time, Woody, he's not doing. He's trying. Is he a lawyer? He's a lawyer, right?
I think he's a cowboy.
Huh?
I think he's a lawyer or like an investor or somebody with
Nothing
clients.
is clear.
He's somebody.
I don't think they ever say what he does.
He's somebody rich with clients.
But
right.
He
might be a
money
prostitute.
and clients.
We don't know.
His story arc is trying to...
He has like a business manager. Like
I don't
think
it's a might if he's a prostitute. I think he's John Travolta in real life getting money for film.
I
AKA
That's why all the gay panic. I get it.
I want him to have a story arc of finding love. Because that's a reason, man. The other two were just, Doug, Bobby and Doug are just, they're making jokes, they're making quips. Get a better ride on Wild Hogs too.
That sounds how like the writers wrote this movie.
I don't know what.
You get these four guys, put them on bikes.
All right, so yeah, we
got a movie, Wild Hogs.
All right, best I can do.
All right, here's what we got. We got John Travolta, we got Tim Allen, we got Martin Lawrence, and we got William H. Macy. What we can do with them? I don't know. Put them on motorcycles.
Look,
all right. What else you got?
Look, okay, fine them motherfuckers. Do you want me to go
have
wild?
Gay panic jokes, all of them. With a giant sack full of gay panic.
Oh, you want me to go wild, motherfuckers? Okay, fine them.
No.
I'm going wild.
No.
Mac, we're not making fun of you. We're making fun of the people that pitched
this movie.
My wild pitch was just gonna be just get
We've got Ray Liotta for 3 days. What can we do?
We got an afternoon of Liotta. What do we do? Make him angry.
Oh, whatever it is, there's gonna be coke and
angry.
hookers. That's all I know.
Can we get the guy from Extreme Home Makeover? Yeah, we only got him for a day. Does he cross over with Ray Liotta? Yeah, of course.
So my crazy pitch was going to be get Frank just literally just have literally just let Dudley twin brother be Frank Gallagher, and we just do Shameless,
Like a Shameless crossover.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think the word shameless is involved already in Wild Hogs.
it was weird.
I just wanted Gallagher's to do some stupid shit.
It was weird for me because this was the movie for a long time that I knew William H. Macy from. To go from this
really?
to Shameless was hard for me.
The amount of sad that is.
I know. I realized that before I said it, so don't worry.
Sorry, but I mean, it's like Fargo, man.
I know.
I mean, at least it's not
At the very least, Mystery Men.
I know. I should have watched Mystery Men. I should have. It's got Kel Mitchell in it, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I should have watched
as the invisible
Men.
boy who can't be invisible unless no one's looking.
Unless you don't look at him.
I should have seen Mystery Men. It completes the trifecta of movies with All-Star in it.
It was for
the other two movies are
movie.
Shrek and Rat Race.
That's the movie it was for.
I
The
know.
music video has clips from Mystery
I know.
Men in it.
Yep.
I know. Anyway, Zach.
That was our Smash Mouth corner.
Zach,
I did not know he was in Superman the Animated Series. Huh.
William H. Macy?
Yeah.
Was he like the
He was the director
puppet guys?
in one film.
Oh, he was.
Yeah. So here's my idea.
Mhm.
This is gonna be a mockumentary
Okay.
Shit.
All right.
detailing that all of the wild hogs went missing right after the credits roll. And it's them trying to figure out what happened to them. What's the murder mystery thing going on here?
It's the Blair Witch Project.
I was thinking more true crime, but yeah.
Yes, closer to that. And you're talking to like all the ex-wives trying, and if you've seen the previous film, they're going to be, talking some stupid shit. They're going to be like, oh no, it's like I treated my husband great. It's like, no, you didn't. I saw it earlier.
Saw the movie.
You saw the movie. Oh, he was in great shape. No, he wasn't.
He was at the peak of health.
Exactly.
We have the hospital records right here. He had a panic attack at dinner
After eating butter.
after biting into a stick of butter. Because he
And of
thought he wasn't
course,
a man
we
enough.
get to the point where we find their bones like in a fucking like unmarked grave next to a fucking like shipping container. And in the
Who
shipping
did it?
container is their bikes, of course. That'd be perfect for that. Now, I haven't decided who would be the culprit yet, or if I would even let the culprit be known, or if I just have the culprit take out the camera crew just for fun.
End the movie with them plugging their Patreon, being like,
Exactly.
if you guys help us fund the rest of our research, we'll find out who did this to them.
No.
These people justice.
The one way to solve this, it's not a sequel movie. It is the second season of Only Murders in the Building.
That could work, actually.
That would work. Oh God. And the culprit is Bobby's daughter, who is dressed like an Eskimo hooker. Which was just the fashion of the time.
And
was
that is
one
the
of my
name of
favorites.
her new biker gang, the Eskimo Hooker.
The Eskimo Hookers.
Okay, honestly, a biker game called the Eskimo Hookers would be terrifying because I don't know what you're going to do to me.
Unfortunately, it does in fact need to be about 50% Inuit to actually use the name, but
I was just
That makes
all I
them
can
even
think
more
of-
badass,
it
honestly.
makes them even more
It
badass.
just
yeah.
makes them even
Yeah.
more badass.
they're explicit. No, I'm going to make them explicitly racist. Just explicitly. I'm going to make them explicitly racist and homophobic. I want to expose all of the characters as awful human beings.
All
So
right.
by the end of it, you're like, thank God someone killed them.
They're from South Carolina. A group of Eskimo hookers.
Eskimo hooker biker gang from Cincinnati.
Oh God, that. All I'm imagining is that one Saw trap where it's the guy who has his foot on the ice,
Hmm.
as it's melting, and it tips it over. I don't know if you ever saw that. That's
No,
fucked up.
all right. Even worse name, the Eskimo Sisters.
All I'm gonna think of is the League now.
That's an even worse name. Because that implies they've all slept together.
Yeah. Well, no, it implies they've all slept with
they've
one
all slept
guy.
with the same person.
They've also at least the same person.
That person's
Martin
name
Lawrence,
is
though.
William H. Macy.
William H.
No,
Macy,
we have
now
it. We
he's-
have that.
Now he's
It
a
did-
Lothario.
We have it all happened with William H. Macy, and we don't even. It's not even Dudley Frank. No, William H. Macy in real life.
Actual actor William
Yes.
H. Macy.
Actor William
This
H.
is the
Macy.
real College of Macy.
Honestly, he's the only person I'd want to call back.
Yeah. It's
Everyone
like
else can fuck off. So
it's like when they made the sequel to Road Trip and they only brought back what's his face.
Eugene.
Tom Green.
They only brought back
I was thinking American Pie.
what's his name? The skinny guy.
Tom Green.
Oh
No, not Tom Green. No,
DJ
no.
Qualls.
DJ Qualls, yeah. DJ Qualls.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
God, I forgot that was a person.
How do you forget?
Yeah,
DJ
he was-
Qualls?
He was in The New
The
Guy.
New
The New
Guy?
Guy's a weird movie,
The New Guy is a weird movie. Yes.
but
DJ
I mean,
Qualls
come
is a
on.
weird guy, so
Yeah.
it makes sense.
I don't know. I just saw fucking like Henry Rollins in the credits, and I knew I was going to watch it. That's how that goes. You want to get me to watch a shit movie? Just tell me Henry Rollins is in it. I'll probably watch it
So you've seen The Chase,
several times.
Anyway,
of course.
so this has been a very chaotic episode of Visit Rotten. Slightly more chaotic than normal because of the quality of the movie. Because we would prefer to talk about literally anything else other than the movie we watched. So you could find me on Twitter at Bunk Bunker, where I will
Wait, we gotta
post
tell
if
them
I
what
do
we're watching
things.
next. We gotta tell them what we're watching next.
Yeah. So next movie is Max pick. Where
Under Siege.
spoilers, we're watching Under Siege 2.
Siege 2.
I
Dark.
kind of spoiled it earlier, but yeah.
Yeah. We're watching Under Siege 2 Dark Territory.
Dark Territory.
Dark territory.
If you want to watch Under Siege 1, go on Netflix.
I didn't.
I've
can-
seen it.
If you want to watch Under Siege 1, don't.
Actually, go watch it.
I will say this. I did write down less than 5 minutes till nudity. Like even compared to the first one, that's fast.
All right. All
What
right.
you expect to save us fucking Seagal?
All right.
Spoiler alert, this was my first Steven Seagal movie. Never seen one before this.
Will you ever
All right.
watch another one?
Maybe? Probably not.
All right.
I think he's in the Onion movie.
Zach, what you got?
For what?
Plugs.
You can check out. I've been doing some political streams and co-streams with some people.
Mhm.
That's about it. Yelling a lot about Jimmy Dore and how much of an idiot he is. Mostly.
Mhm. So if you want to listen to Zach get political more than usual, go on it.
I'd actually say I'm the less political person on some of these co-streams.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Because I mean, I'm hanging out with like communists and shit, man. I'm not fucking. That's not an issue.
Right. All right, Scott, what do you got?
You can find me at Chewbacca Defense or on here every once in a while.
All right, and Mac.
I'm Mac. Come follow me at Tampa Buck Fan 88 on Twitter. Make sure you go watch the show and watch other stuff on the Game Fixers Network. This was a hell of a movie.
Yeah. Speaking of which, this should be like around the start of December. So that means that this is we're about time that we're about to start doing some Mario Party streams soon.
Oh yes, we are. We're going to do
Yeah.
Mario Party stream. I'm gonna do one. As soon as Gamer Grudge is done, I'm gonna try to do a Mario Party stream. Also on probably on New Year's, more than likely, we do the New Year's tradition of Cards Against Humanity. So we're gonna be doing that. But I will definitely probably be doing probably doing Mario Party either probably the week Monday of the week of Christmas or not. I don't know. I'll plan it, but we're gonna do some Mario Party.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that definitely.
By which we mean I'm going to win more at Mario Party.
Exactly, because I suck at Mario Party. I am not good.
I mean, if anybody knows the meta, it's you.
Yeah, it's me. Yo, my board presence is insane.
Like you and Scott DeWaz.
Anyway, this has been Is It Rotten? Don't watch Wild Hogs. You don't need to. You don't. Don't watch it. It's a bad movie.
Not that bad, is it?
No, it's not a bad movie in the way that like some of our bad movies have been. It's a bad movie that there's no reason to go watch it. We've covered everything. There's no reason to. If you've watched this and you've like, I'll watch that movie. Why? What's wrong with you? Who hurt you as a child?
Yeah, this is not a movie.
You know, these are questions where I'm thinking about asking you, Eric, later, right? Just want to put that out there.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye. Where's that fucking button? All right. Damn it.
Still recording.